How are you doing today? I'm a little crunched here. I'm trying to figure out new ways with the lights and the phone holder for my video. But I figured while my raid game was doing its multi-battle, I would try to color in a couple images that I stamped earlier. And I figured why not bring you with me? So I've got my, as I close it up, my Spectrum Noir Tri-Blends. I'm going to work with those today, I'm hoping. Got a little brown. And let's see, I think I got like a little pink over here. I know I like the pink. Yep, pink violet blend. Earth brown blend. We'll try that one. And tan blend, we'll go with that one. Bunny, 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 bunny. Yeah, I think those are probably, well, actually, let's see. I have more pink in here, I think. This is bright pink blend. It can be kind of hard sometimes. This is pale pink blend. But the one in the middle may work for pink. We'll just try them all out and see. I stamped some images. This morning for Easter. Are they showing in there? I think they are. Yeah, they're good. And I'm going to make some Easter cards. And I'm just trying to look and see what I have to do for each. This one right here is from Crafter's Companion. This one is new. I got this last month maybe, but it's new. So this comes with a die set, and this is the stamp. Oh, here I am. This is the stamp. The die is over at my die station, but I figured I would try because this is the first time I've ever done these bunnies. And this set here, this little guy, is from a Simon Hurley stamp set. I'm not entirely sure if we can get that anymore. I would imagine so, though. One thing I did notice, I will say, when I was stamping with my Mini Misty, the Simon Hurley stamp set, the stamp is like a thicker quality, and the Crafter's Companion stamp was a very, very thin. However, they both stamped beautifully. This one I stamped twice. This one I stamped probably 4 times, but that was because I wanted to get the black filled in his mouth there. Because I noticed if I do that with my marker, it doesn't look the same. So I'm working on these little guys today and filming with my other phone. So we'll see how this works. Not entirely sure. So, oh my God. Yeah, right about here. I love my Spectrum Noir Tri-Blends. This is a tan one. Because, and I've said this probably in one of my other videos, it takes the guesswork out. Because you have your light option. This one is the brush set. I like that one better. This is the light option. This is the medium. And then when you flip it over, this is the dark. So you can either blend with all 3, or you can blend with 2. Probably with these, I'll probably blend with 2. But I'll see as I get to color in, because they're smaller. These guys are a lot smaller than these guys. These I might be able to do with 3, but we'll see. So I'm kind of hoping. I keep craning my neck to try to see if I'm in the right spot here. So I just, well, first take my glasses off. Oh, and the noise in the background is my game on my phone. It's called Raid. I found it on Temu, and you earn or not Temu. Jeez, Louise, my brain today. I found it on Fetch. There you go. And you get Fetch points for playing the game, depending on how far you progress, obviously. You get points as you go along. This is a multi-game thing that's going on right now, and I've got it on auto, so I can color these guys in. One thing I'll note, as you can see here in my nib, I'm having a hard time finding a black ink that won't run with the Spectrum Noir alcohol ink markers. Right now I am using the Gina K Amalgam ink. And to try to not get out of the lines too much, I tend to kind of dot a little bit of color. And then I will smooth it out, especially when I am by the ink. I'll just kind of dot and then smooth it out so that I'm not dragging that black ink with me that is bleeding with the markers. Yeah, see, and I still went out right there a little bit and up there a little bit. You do the best you can with working with markers. So I'm going to put a tiny little bit here, which looks like a lot because of the size of the marker. A little bit here, because that arm is tucked in. Oh, this little footy is going to be this color because it's really small and it's under him. And we'll go here by the ear a little bit. And we'll go back here a little bit. A little bit around the bunny tail. And then we'll go back over it again with the light color. Best you can, trying not to smear anything. But when the light color meets the medium color, it can make the light color just a tad bit darker to compensate, I guess. That's all right. Let me see. I'm not too crazy about that bunny, but let's see about the other one. Okay. And I gotta, sometimes they stick on. And I gotta go off like this a little bit sometimes on my end screen, yeah, to wipe off the nib of the marker because the black gets on the nib and then it'll spread on whatever it is that I'm coloring. So we got this little bunny, he's going in tan brown. A lot of ink on him, gotta be really, really careful around the edges. But see, you see the black smears? It's from the black ink that I stamped with. Eventually, I will find, again, the one that works right. I found it before, and then I haven't crafted in a few years. I'm surprised some of my supplies are still working. And a bunch of my inks did dry out. Gina K stayed good. I think I have a Ranger or Tim Holtz ones over there somewhere. I could try that one in another video and see if that works. So far, since I've been stamping while I've been starting over, I've been using the Gina K amalgam ink. But when you stamp a bunch of times, like I had to get that mouth to be black, you end up with a lot of ink, and no matter how long this has been sitting, it's been sitting for a while, it still tends to run. And then when I get these little tiny areas here, I'll just dot it as I go along. And it doesn't matter, for me anyway, if I get some on the inside, because the pink is going to go in there and it's a bunny. Things are going to, yeah. Sometimes I will color that in lightly and then I'll do the pink over it. You know, I think I'll just do that one this time. I'll put the pink over the tan and show you what that does when I get there. So I'm using the dark one for the outside. This is how I usually do it. I go all around the the inside of the stamp, but the outside, as you can see there. And I just go along just with the tip of the nib, not the whole thing, or it'll color that whole foot in. Just with the tip, nice and dainty. Yeah, okay, he's in there. And with any luck, when all these browns go together, maybe it'll cancel out that black smear that's on there. Figured if I had my game there playing on its own, that is better than having music on there that might have an issue. So I'm still going around. I know he looks kind of funny, but it works. So this will end up getting filled in now that I'm actually working on it. And here a little bit, do this. And the other ear. I wanted to do a video yesterday, but I just was having a hard time yesterday. And then my son came over to help me, so I didn't get to doing a video. But I was really kind of a hurting bird yesterday. Not sure if the weather changing is going on. I have arthritis in my spine from my fusions. So weather changing and things can affect my spine and hurt quite a bit. Medium. I'm just going to color that right in on here. Come in a little bit. And again, this is just how I do it. Other crafters that you watch may do it differently, which they likely do. This is just how I do it. And I feel like it's really, I don't know the word for it. It's nice. It's just peaceful to just color an image in. Okay, and now, I did that right, yep, okay. And now we're going to the light again. Whew. Jeepers. Sometimes they can really stick. And then I just take from these colors, color over all of them to kind of blend them in. Make sure I don't have any black. This one here, this Simon Hurley stamp set, as far as I know, now through the years maybe he came out with it, but when I got this, it did not have a die set. So this will be fussy cutting, which can be a little troublesome for me because since my last fusion, I've got a little bit of a shake sometimes. So that doesn't always work. Okay, so now we're gonna go to, let's try the medium of the pale pink. No? All right, well. Very, very lightly, just with the tip. There's some black got in there, but that's okay. It was a little tiny too, a little pinky. All right, well. Now I could do a spluff, but then he'll get all kind of gray looking and stuff on his fluff, and I don't really like that. So I'll go through. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know where those are. I will likely Winkestella his fluff. Oh, yep, right here. In front of me. This is a scrapbook.com one that I've been using. Jeez, they can stick too. So I kind of tap it. Sometimes if you squeeze it, some will come out. I just don't want to make a raging mess. And then I Winkestella his fluff to make him all shimmery and happy. Because it's Easter, so we're going to be happy, little guy. The black can also get on. Gotta do his eyes too, you know. He's got to have some kind of life in his eyes and his little cheekers. The Winkestella can also catch the black and spread it. So, well, this little guy is going to have to dry because that Winkestella can take a while to dry. But can you see the little shine from that stuff? I don't know if you can see it, but he'll have to dry. So we'll put him over here on the drying rack. I'm going to come back to this little bunny. I'm going to try it with the dark brown, with the brown to go around the outside. We're going to try to do him like we did the other one because he is not looking right to me. So, do a little bitty dark around the outside. Oh, I got some out there, but that's okay. And it's the wrong brown, and that's all right. Picked up the wrong one. And that can happen sometimes, especially if I'm not 100% paying attention. I just go over the tan with the earth brown. He'll still be a cute bunny. Alright. Little by little. Just the very tip. Oh, I almost got it again. Very, very tip of the marker. medium. And a little bit with the medium. He's so tiny, it can be a little difficult. Tiny little stamp. I did stamp another one, and I can always stamp more because it's just paper. So if you mess up, you mess up. You just stamp it again. Mess up, don't give up, because this happens in the stamping world. Mistakes just lead to more learning. And the light one. Bring that all in, let that blend all together nicely. There. I think he looks better than he did. He looks better than he did. Ooh. Well, when I get done, I will wink Stella their tails and their bellies probably. So that's a little brown one. There he is. Okay. I also have this blender as well. I have an Altenew one, and I have a Arteza one. So when I go out a little bit, let me see which end is which here. When I go out a little bit, goodness gracious, you can take this and just kind of blend it out a little bit. And it can actually help your design not look so messy from mistakes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's not 100%. And let's see, I think I've got a gray in here somewhere. I've got an ice gray blend, so we're gonna try that and see if that works, but I can't guarantee anything on that one. I have a brown gray too. Oh, this is true blue. I have a brown gray as well. As I'm digging through here. I'm going for gray. We're gonna do this guy. There's a whole bunch of them. We can always do different colors. And this one can be a trial because this is my first time ever using this stamp. And it is small. And he's got an inner ear. So he's gonna have some pink on him too. I think we'll just color in with the light and then we'll do the pink over it like we did with the other guy. The smaller images can be more difficult with my Spectrum Noir markers. But these are my favorite, and these are the ones that I can tri-blend with, and I prefer tri-blend. Also, when you're doing the dot, 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 like I do sometimes, it can give it more of a realistic kind of a thing with the fur. You know, they got fur. So it's not just like flat. And you don't just leave the dot dot, you do like the dot dot, and then you just kind of color over it a little bit. Are there technical answers for, or definitions for those? Probably, most likely, but I don't know, so whatever. For me, this isn't a job, it's not down to a science, it's just something that I enjoy doing. It takes my mind off of other stuff that I'm dealing with. Yeah, a little bit out. That can happen with the little shiver that I deal with. And twitch. I had twitch sometimes too. All right. So my feeling is that there's probably crafters out there who just want to take the pressure off of crafting, who just want to color and bring an image to life without having to worry about all the, you know, stressful stuff that can go along with that. A little bit with a medium. I'm not sure. I leave the sky alone up there. A little bit with a medium. They're just so cute, these little guys. Let me color that one in. He got a little bit up on his fluff. That's okay. And then I'll go down with the light and blend it all in. Try not to get too much of that black in the blender. And then we do the inner ear. I think we did the pale pink with the inner ear. Pale pink in the middle, I think, is what I did last time. So we will do, because it's such a big inner ear, we'll try to do a tiny little bit of shading on that too, so that it kind of matches a little bit, because we're doing all the shading on the other stuff. And then I did medium and then a little bit of light to just come in here. So that's the head of the bunny. Again, I'll come through with the Wink Castellas in a little bit. So we did the ice gray blend with this one. We're gonna do the brown gray blend with, oh, I measure this. Keep it going right in a row. So do the light. And they're out again. Okay. Little dot, 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 dot. Up here, such a dainty, tiny, itty bitty little spot. That. I'll treat that like an outside, I guess, like an outside ear. Again, trying to go around the outside carefully. Dot, dot, dot. To not go outside and to try not to blend too much with the black. We don't want the black to come in and, you know, mess up our image. Dark around the outside. Now technically with other colorers, let's say that the upside of the image is where the sun faces, so that might be brighter, but I don't tend to go by that. I like this style that I have just kind of gone with when I got the markers, and I like the way that they turn out personally. You're gonna be all dark. So, I hope you're doing well. And whether I'm at keeps flippy flopping. Like the other day I went outside with went to my son's house with a long sweater. You know, the real long sweaters. I wore that over my clothes. And then when I was coming home, it was a really cold rain that had kicked in. So that wasn't fun. And then by the time it was, I don't know, closer to bedtime, it was snowing. So yeah, so all in the course of a day, we went from beautiful kind of spring weather, not totally summer, but spring weather to winter. It was crazy. And of course, when that stuff happens with this fusion mess that I've been dealing with for years, and the arthritis in my spine, I can just go from great to crappy in the course of a day. So we did dark, medium, light, and then he came out that way. Oh, I'm doing my light in the inside of the ear. I'm staying to my thing on this guy. And then we do the pale pink. And where did that go? Pale pink. My hand. It just, when it says pale pink, it just, that seems like more pink than pale pink. This here almost looks peach to me. I don't know. So medium. I'm not going totally dark on the ear, inside of the ear. And light. Here are the bunny ears. They're so cute. So we did that brown, that brown. Oh, we can try the tan brown again, seeing as how I messed that up before. Tan brown. Here we go. For this little guy. Well, we'll do this one on the outside. Try not to get the black and try not to get out of the line. Got a message on my phone. Doing light first with this tan color. I think I have an idea for that other bunny, but I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna accomplish what is in my brain. But this is the first time, like I said, of using this stamp, so whatever happens, happens. I made a copy and I can always stamp out another one. There. So now we go to the dark. Spectrum Noir also has a different nib. I don't think it's the chiseled, I think it's the regular one, but not the brush. I haven't got those because I thought about getting like just a 3-pack just to see how I would like coloring with them. So I'm just a huge fan of the brush. I just haven't gotten there yet. I've been more focused on trying to get my desk organized. Getting some desk organizers. There's a little shelf or a little drawer thing that I want to get. There's some other things for organizing my desk. Because I'm going over into his little fluff. I don't like to work on a messy desk. If it is messy, I won't even want to have the urge to come over and do anything. This became messy when I started doing this stuff earlier. So medium, or dark medium. And then white. Blend it all in, all nicey nicey. Dot, 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 dot. Be careful. And there. There's the out here light in his ear. Pale pink. Pale pink. Do the medium. And then throw in some light. There's that one. So I'm thinking, about doing this guy a little different. I know what I have in mind, and I usually do it with my Arteza Everblend markers. Not quite sure how to work with these. Why not? Where is my ice blend? Here it is. Keep pale pink nearby. So ice gray blend. So I'm gonna do this one. There's light. I'm doing light in here. I am doing light in here. His tail can stay white. I'm just going to do the medium. I'm going to do the medium and light with this one. I'm trying to make this one just a little bit lighter, you know? He's going to be sort of an opposite bunny. And light. It might look a little different because those are all, you know, but when he's white on the outside, you can't really make him, you know, the dark and light and all that stuff that I do. So let's see. So we got the medium of the pale pink. Yes, a little bit. And then we'll do the light pale pink on there. He's still got the pink in his ears. He's just a little bit of a reverse, and he's a white bunny. So now that I have got all that done, in my opinion, it is time to Winkostella the white. So, well, I know it's a scrapbook.com one, but I do have Winkostella somewhere. I don't think I have the white one though. I think it's gold. I might have a silver one for holidays. All of the white, even the little fancy white bunny. And the shimmer of this is just incredible. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the shimmer is really beautiful. circle around the dark. And then wipe it off a little bit. I'm gonna go tiny itty little bit in the eyes just to give them a little bit of life, a little bit of sparkle on the eyes, even when they're closed. There. Cute little bunnies. Oh my goodness. I wasn't really sure about this, but okay, I'm gonna tilt it a little bit towards the light. Can you see any of the shimmer? It's just so pretty. So pretty. I love using those glitter markers. Or glitter, well, I call them Castellas because I don't know what they are. But yeah, alright, so that one has got to dry a lot because there's that stuff on it. So I'm just over here to my drying station. And I'm planning to do Easter eggs. So I'm gonna want some of the paler colors in my stash. This one is a light green blend. That one is actually kind of nice. This one might be too pale. It's not too bad. So there's that one. We'll do the pale pink. Pink in the middle. I'm not crazy about that light one. Now the black is just invading so much. So annoying. I will find it. I will find the ink that works well. We got a pink violet. Do the medium one. It's a purple, basically. Yeah, purple egg. And what do we got over here? These are all browns and grays. This is a bright pink, so this is a different shade of pink. Oh yeah, yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, that's definitely a bright pink. I'm liking that. And then we got, this is a burnt orange. Middle of the road. Okay, oh, that works. Now, because I'm doing alcohol inks, I'm only doing one color. I'm going to reach behind me, and I know you can't see that, and I'm sorry. And I'm going to grab a couple of colors that are in my Arteza Everblend. So many macos. Neon pink and neon yellow. So these are Arteza Everblend. These have a this nib and chiseled. And this is the one that I used the most before I found the tri-blend. So this is a neon. Let's take glasses off to color. Neon pink. And this one is neon yellow. Now, as I said, this Simon Hurley, yeah, that's bright neon yellow. This Simon Hurley set, when I got it, did not have a die set. If it does now, in fact, I might actually look and see if it does. Not that I can do it right away, but if it does, I may pick it up because I really love this set. So I'm gonna turn around again and look at these little Easter eggies and find any other neons that I might have in here. There's a different orange. And yeah. No. So I'll use this other orange. This is pumpkin orange from Arteza. It's a little bit darker. Close this down. Yep, that's definitely a more orangey orange. So now I've got another set here. This is Everblend markers, and this is Real Brush. I see a blue in there that I like, so we'll try this blue. Now this is a complete brush. So you gotta be careful with this one. Really, really careful with this one. Really dainty. That's a dark one. Woo! Yeah. Alright, so I'm on the search for more colors. So we got a blue, purple, pink and yellow. This looks like a very light purple, but I could be wrong. These don't show very well. But they are, yep. Not too bad anyway. Okay, and this is another yellow. With the Real Brush markers. Big time brush. So if you want a more stable brush, you want the, well, yeah, I guess. As far as I know anyway, from what I've gotten. This is a green. I'm not sure if this is too dark, but we'll see. Oh, actually, that's a nice green. Okay. So my plan was, with these eggs, is to bring down the Arteza. There is gel ones, I think. There might be glitter ones. I don't know what has survived. Oh, this is a little, isn't it cute? Oh my gosh. This is a little piggy pen that I got from someone on Whatnot when I was on there. People make the most amazing things on there, and you can actually sell your crafts on there. See, I'm gonna pull up some of these tri blends because I'm done with those. These ones go behind me. This is Winkestella. And I'm gonna see if it's possible, if any of them actually work anymore. Need a piece of paper. Yeah. Post-it notes. Yep. So, maybe with little shimmery dots on the eggers. Now these are gonna be sparkly. So we did this one. Let's see, what can we do? I should try to have some red in there somewhere. Let me see if this one works. It does, yay! Okay, so what do we usually? Not even at all. There, we'll just mess with it anyway. And I like that color, so maybe we'll do like bigger dots on this one. Am I even in screen? I am. Oh, I'm so happy that a lot of these markers are working. This is a glitter marker, so I don't think there's any rhyme or reason you have to do for Easter eggers. Glitter. I'm liking this one a lot. A lot. So there, we just do a bunch of little squiggles on that one. Hey, you know what? Do what comes to mind. Do what makes you happy. This is a purple glitter. You work? You work. And how about we just do like a straight? Straight. Straight and dots. And we have this bright crazy green is staring at me from in that bucket. Oh, and one thing I do is I store them. I know they look better when they're upright, but I store them upside down because the ink has got to go down. If you store them upright, ink goes this way and messes up your markers. So this is a bright green. Is this going to go like on the dark ones? A little bit, a little bit. And I got something for that, sort of. Okay, we'll do this one. Yep. All right, so he's gonna get two colors because that isn't cool. It doesn't look the greatest. I got a yellow here. Definitely works. One there like that. One there like that. All right. This looks like a planet, this one. And my fun is kind of going down the toilet. Let's see, this one is a gold, I think. Will this work on these dark ones? Sort of. You can see the color with the ones that don't look obvious when they turn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glossy accent these. Well, I don't know. My glossy accents is acting up, but I think I will anyway. Let's see, what am I doing? Dots. With this one. I kind of wonder if they'll stand up against the darker colors, but I'm not having a whole lot of success. Oh, this one's doing okay. Little hearts on this one. Yeah, you can see this one. Nice. That's a good one. And we've got one more egg to go. So on that one, let's try let's try blue. Bunch of circles. So the goal was to make them all different colors, and somewhere, see, things are like boom, 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 boom into my brain, so I'm kind of looking around to where I have things, and my glossy accent is right here. It has a different hue because it's old. I have to get a new one. Make sure it's going to come out. Come on. I have got pins right here. Let's see if we can put a pin in here and get this to work. I always keep a thing of pins handy for these little nibs. Sometimes they just need a little startup. Come out now. Just no, maybe. I've trimmed this nib up so many times on other ones to get them to work that there's almost been no nib left. You got a gunk up in there, don't you, darling? There. You can always also use it for that, to kind of go in there and pull out what is causing the problem. Yep, see, there's more there. All right, now you're gonna work. You are. Slowly, but you are. So let's see. Put some glossy accents on there. And then your eggs are gonna have a dimension to them with this. And if you have worked with that glossy accents before, you already know this. For those of you who don't, this is a really great option. Usually this dries clear. It might look kind of clear with all these colors, but on white it doesn't. Not mine, because mine's old. It leaves a really, really nice glossy effect. It works really good on images. Talk louder, the furnace is on. That where someone's wearing glasses. It works really good on those. And eggs, it gives them dimension. You just kind of go around until you see that it's all filled in. And glossy accents, something with that on it is going to take a while to set. So you want to put your project somewhere safe to dry. I made myself a drying rack of sorts, and that's been kind of nice. Although sometimes cat hair can get in something. Again, the cat hair is spree. Just kind of get whatever's floating around in the air. Almost done with the glossy accents. Can you wink of Stella and glossy accents? You can. I prefer to glossy accent first and make sure that it's very, very dry, and that can take quite some time. And once that's completely dry, then I will glossy accents. That's how I do it anyway. I'm looking for something to wipe this top off. I have a thing of tissues here, but I've been moving stuff around so much that I can't remember where I put it. So when you're done with glossy accents, sorry for the noise, you want to tap it and squeeze it and tap it and squeeze it. You want to get the gunk out of the tube before you put the lid on it. Manage that. I'm not 100% sure if I manage that or not. I don't want it to stick again, so get out of there, you. Work with me. Okay, I think it's good now. I hope it's good now. and put the lid back on. So the eggs, as delicate as it is right now. I don't know if you can see it. You don't want to tip it too much. You don't want the glossy accents to move, but it gives them dimension. And I see a little bit right there. There's my little, I'll get a new one. You got a little bit of wiggle room when it's first on there. Make sure it gets all the way around all the sections. I might actually put some more on there. Hopefully it's gonna work. Yep. There, make that all nice again, because that's already starting to set, which is good. It's a good thing. I'm looking around. Okay. Oh man. Alright, I'll mess with this afterwards. So, I don't no idea how long that was. My camera's face down. But that was just some coloring, showing you the shiny shimmer. There's scrapbook.com, but link is still this. I'm not sure what to make of them, what to say. You've seen the Arteza. There's gel, there's glitter, there's neons of these gel pens. And you've seen the real brush Arteza and the Everblend. These were my absolute favorite until I found the Spectrum Noir Tri Blends. These bad boys. These are awesome. And they do still sell them on scrapbook.com. Do they have them anywhere else? I'm not 100% sure, but I know they have them on scrapbook.com. You can get a set of, you can get them singly. If there's a single color that you use a lot and you want that, you can get single ones, whichever ones they have available. You can get ones with 3 in it. You can get the entire set of these brush are $119.99, I believe, on scrapbook.com. That's for the entire set. You can get 3 marker set. I was in there the other day and they have other options as well. So scrapbook.com, if you're looking for the Tri Blend, which is, like I said, it takes the guesswork out. They're on that site. Arteza products, the last I knew, they are on the Plaid site. I can't remember the exact thing of it, but they're over there. I had to hunt for them, but I found them. So, I hope that the lighting worked out. I hope there's not too many shadows, which I see there's a shadow. I'm working on it, trying to figure it out. And eventually I'll be working right on my Tim Holtz board, but I'm just trying to get this whole lighting situation figured out. I'll get there. I will have another video or another short coming up as soon as I can. I am gonna order more storage supplies for my desk, and when I get that all organized the way that I want it, I'll do a video and I'll show you all of that. And I will say I'm getting my storage things for my desk off of Amazon. So I hope you liked this video, and if you did, would you please consider subscribing and liking and maybe leaving a nice comment. That'd be awesome. All my subscribers, I was 11 and now I'm up to 19, and I know there's people thrilled that they've got thousands. I am so happy to have my 19. You guys are awesome. I am so just thrilled. I really would like this channel to grow. I would like for people that have older stamps that they want to maybe see some of the older stuff that I have. I work with those. I say, you know, how I do my coloring and all of that. I know I'm a little bit different, but it works for me. Maybe it'll work for you. So hopefully I can get this to load correctly. If I can't, it's going to be wonky, but I will do my best because it's my other phone. And I hope that you have a great weekend. It is raining here, probably a very cold rain that will kill my back. But it is raining here. I hope it's nice and dry where you are. So give someone you love a hug. Make sure they know that you love them, because tomorrow is never promised. Make sure they know. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.